Now, here's meteorologist Michelle Muscatello with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
All right, Michelle, another beauty today. Is it too early to say this is the calm before the storm?
It is. We still have, at this point, 200 to 300 miles for an error in the track of this storm 4 or 5 days out. So yeah, it's too early to say for certain. But what I am thinking is that we are going to get possibly a glancing blow from this storm, if not more significant. Let's go ahead and take a look. We're going to start over our area, live Pinpoint Doppler 12 radar. One of the neat things we can do with live Doppler 12 radar here is actually track the tropics too with it. This is satellite imagery of what is Hurricane Earl, and what it's showing here over the morning hours is a more defined eye starting to take shape as this storm system continues to intensify. It's just moving out of the northern Leeward Islands right now, and brushing by places like Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, and Haiti as we head into the afternoon. So again, a closer look at home. The heat is going to be the story next couple of days because while we're focused on the tropics, we're in the middle of a heat wave. We're watching Earl. Rough waters for the Labor Day weekend at a minimum from that storm. We'll talk about that. The live city cam pictures out over Providence right now. Crystal clear blue skies, hot air, but low humidity, only at less than 40%. And those northerly winds continuing to provide that drier air at the beaches. More of a sea breeze developing, and that'll keep the temperatures in the 80s there. Here's what our weather spotters have to say. Mid and upper 80s. Caitlin in Warwick says it's hot. Robert in Fall River says bright sun, and Mike in New Bedford doesn't mind the heat. He says it's awesome out at 86 degrees. So more hot sunshine, low humidity for the next several hours as the temperatures continue to climb many areas into the lower 90s for highs today. And that's where I have us in Central Falls, downtown at about 92, Rumford at 91, the East Bay and Riverside and Barrington all around 90, TF Green 91. Along the coast, 80s for high temperatures with those light southerly winds, about 89 for Narragansett. May briefly hit 90 in Westerly before the sea breeze. 92 in Woonsocket, Pawtucket at 91, hot and dry, lots of sunshine. Not too humid in Seekonk, but plenty hot. 91 there, 91 in Swansea. The beaches still have a moderate risk of rip currents. Now, this is not Earl that's causing the rip currents today. It's still Danielle that is well out to sea now, continuing to pull away from our area. There's not going to be much of a break between Danielle's rip currents and Earl's potential rough seas later this week. I'm thinking by Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to start to get some of the rip current risk from Earl increasing at the beaches. Northwest winds turning to the west on the bay. Visibility is 10 miles. A mild moonlit night again tonight, down into the 60s by dawn. This is a more active view of Earl now. Get a little bit closer to you, show you the details. It is a Category 3 hurricane, 120 mile per hour winds, gusts to 150. This is the latest track. This is just in from the National Hurricane Center. Has it strengthening to a Category 4, staying off the Florida and Carolina coastline. And then from there, it should be south of our area 8 a.m. Friday morning and taking a turn to the north and east. Now, this is the margin of error that I was talking about, 200 or 300 miles on either side of this line here. And so that's why we need to closely watch this storm as we head towards the end of the week. These are the computer projections, and they're not really giving us any better answers other than what we are happy about seeing is that all the computer models right now have this storm offshore. Worst case scenario for us would be a track, say, over Long Island or Connecticut. So the fact that they're all offshore is a good thing, but there's still a lot of spread. And where the National Hurricane Center is kind of splitting the difference right now with this forecast track does have us with a period of rain and wind from this storm and those rough seas as well. And it looks like it would be maybe late Thursday night into the daytime on Friday where we could be dealing with some tropical downpours, gusty winds, and again, still too far out to give an exact track, so definitely check back in for updates throughout not only this evening but the week ahead. Low 90s next couple of days. We finally break the heat as we head into the Labor Day weekend.
All right. Thank you very much, Michelle.